Only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. The social insecurity of the worker is the real cause of their being a peril to the state. Man cannot control the current of events. He can only float with them and steer. Politics is the art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best. Preventive war is like committing suicide out of fear of death. Be polite, write diplomatically. Even in a declaration of war one observes the rules of politeness. You can do anything with children if you only play with them. With a gentleman I am always a gentleman and a half, and with a fraud I try to be a fraud and a half. I am accustomed to paying men back in their own coin. I have found that nothing so deceives your adversaries as telling them the truth. Beware of sentimental alliances where the consciousness of good deeds is the only compensation for noble sacrifices. People never lie so much as before an election, during a war, or after a hunt. The main thing is to make history, not to write it. It is the destiny of the weak to be devoured by the strong. Hounds follow those who feed them. An appeal to fear never finds an echo in German hearts. Love is blind, friendship tries not to notice. Political judgment is the ability to hear the distant hoofbeats of the horse of history. Politics is the art of the possible, the science of the relative. Universal suffrage is the government of a house by its nursery. Politics are not a science based on logic, they are the capacity of always choosing at each instant, in constantly changing situations, the least harmful, the most useful. When a man says he approves of something in principle, it means he hasn't the slightest intention of carrying it out in practice. What we learn from history is that no one learns from history. I have always found the word Europe on the lips of those who wanted something from others which they dared not demand in their own names. A government must not waver once it has chosen its course. It must not look to the left or right but go forward. Faust complained about having two souls in his breast, but I harbor a whole crowd of them and they quarrel. It is like being in a republic. Whoever speaks of Europe is wrong, it is a geographical expression. A journalist is a person who has mistaken their calling. There is only one greater folly than that of the fool who says in his heart there is no God, and that is the folly of the people that says with its head that it does not know whether there is a God or not. Fools you are who say you like to learn from your mistakes. I prefer to learn from the mistakes of others, and avoid the cost of my own. I have never lived on principles. When I have had to act, I never first asked myself on what principles I was going to act.